Okay, we finished 7A with our still life drawing on toned paper with 3 to 4 values. I have probably 4 basic values there. The next thing you're going to do for 7B and 7C is going to involve 2 different perspectives as far as eye levels. You're going to leave your still life exactly the way it is, but you're going to do a drawing from a very low position, like sitting on the floor, and you're going to do one from a high position, like standing up. To get ready for this, the video suggests that you do a couple drawings on your picture plane, and then it suggests that you work out some sketches in your sketchbook, trying a vertical composition, trying a horizontal composition, and from a higher view and a lower view. So those, though, are not included in the photographs for your drawing projects. Those would be in your sketchbook or on your picture plane and are just for you to use to help you work this out. So for your drawing project, you're going to do 2 drawings, 7B and 7C. So the first one, I'm going to pretend that I have already worked things out on my picture plane and in my sketchbook, and the first drawing that I'm going to do, which can just be in graphite. This is a line drawing, a line sketch, and let's see, I'm going to move my chair so I'm way down low, sitting on the floor. So maybe get a cushion so you can get comfy. So I can have a low point of view. We would call this a worm's eye perspective. I'm looking up at the objects because I'm down really low. And I'm going to flip my paper around . Here we go, where's that? Flip my paper around and do a vertical composition here. That just makes a little more sense from sitting down here. All right, so I'm going to look at my eye levels and start lightly sketching this in first. Now, the top of the jug has quite a curve on it this time because I'm from sitting down below. I can see up under the inside of the handle there. And the book is coming up much further this time. I cannot see the top of that book at all that it's sitting on. The little bowl is also cutting across much higher now from my worm's eye perspective. And using my center line to help me get bottom there. Actually, so the top of my bowl is arching quite a bit this time. I cannot see inside of it at all. And the book it's sitting on is angling up this way. Again, I cannot see it because I'm below its eye level. The box that it's sitting on angles downward. then the corner tips down because I can't see on the top of that either. And then my apple is about right here. Okay, double checking the height of my jug. And it's about right, could be a little bit higher. And a little skinnier. And I'm going to use a center line here too. Make sure I'm getting distances equal on both sides. So right now it's a little too chunky. I'm gonna just shave off the sides a bit there. Needs to go out a little bit more here. And I do recommend that when you sit down on the floor to get your bird's eye view, or your worm's eye, sorry, that you bring the paper with you. But for recording purposes, if I do that, you won't be able to see what I'm drawing. So I am drawing at a very unnatural angle here and doing my best. All right. We'll go a little higher. There's quite a bit of an arch at the top of the jug here. And that's because we're looking up underneath it. So at this point, after you feel like you have your measurements fairly accurate, you're going to work on your contour and your line quality. You're going to perfect your shapes. Pull those out a little bit more. So at this point, I am cleaning up my lines a bit and really looking at the contour. I'm using my softer pencil and I've switched to my little gray Needy eraser, my favorite eraser. I'm going to start giving thought also to where I want my lines to be the heaviest. I tend to like to go darker when I'm at a corner or where I have overlapping lines or where I reach an intersection. So think of it as driving a car when you have to put on the brakes to go around a corner or to make a turn or come to a stoplight, or where two roads cross. You're leaving more rubber on the asphalt. Now the bowl is in front of my jug up here. So I'm going to pull that line out a little bit. Make it a little thicker, and it'll help to bring it forward. It's also in front of the book that it's sitting on. So I'm pulling it out and making it a little thicker there too. And this is my softer pencil. It's the 6B. So I'm just perfecting my shapes. I'm going to bring out the line weight on the book a little where it crosses in front of the jug there. And I'm going to use my kneading to just thin that line out on the jug a bit so it'll come forward, or I mean sit behind the book. The book will come forward more. It's okay if you leave some of your preliminary lines, your measuring lines, but you can clean them up with your eraser if you want as well. I like to bring out the corners. Okay, perfecting my apple here. And it's right in the front. Doesn't have a lot of detail. I'm going to give a little heavier line at the bottom to really sit it on the surface, as well as my box here. Give that a heavier line to really ground it. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is the same sort of drawing, only this time you're going to stand up. And you're going to turn your paper to the horizontal, and you're going to do the drawing by looking down on the objects and really pay attention to how much you can see of the tops of the objects, how much can you see inside of the objects. I would imagine that you'll be able to see nice round ellipses on the tops of your objects there. And then after you have done that overhead view of the same still life setup, same sort of drawing, only this time from the new perspective standing up, you're going to then do 2 drawings using the same method that we did for this one, where you tone your paper and you break down your drawing into simple values, only this time you're going to do the 2 different eye levels. So you will do one using your worm's eye view from sitting down below, and then you'll do one from using your overhead standing view from up above. So you'll end up with 2 drawings. So you have 7B, 7C that will be your nice line drawing. 7D and 7E will be similar to your line drawings, only you're going to do 2 value drawings of the same compositions. So you will end up with lots of lovely drawings of your still life.